afternoon, friends. It's Carrie. Welcome to another video. We're preparing for war. Wait me a second. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Carrie. Welcome to another video. I don't know when this video is going to go out because I don't know how long it's going to take me to do this. But I took on a Christmas order. And one of the things with the Christmas order is I was like, it was for a Shih Tzu, I think. Sorry guys, we're doing a different angle. Oh my god, my desk looks horrendous. Don't look over there. Don't look. But I took on a custom order for a Shih Tzu. And my dumb butt was like, hey guys, I really think we should do a fuzzy yarn, right? Because of the fact that, right, we're doing a Shih Tzu. A fluffy dog. Well, I was like, how fun would it be to do bunny or whatever, because I was like, it's really fluffy, it's gonna resemble the dog's hair super well. And guys, I think I'm gonna go crazy. Let me show you guys a picture just so you can get the vibes, I guess you could say. I gotta scroll back through all my Gmails. Okay. So we have lots of color changes, gang. So I was like, okay, we gotta start. I'm gonna start playing around with it tonight because it is the 5th, and I don't. This one's gonna take a minute. So. Time to get to work, gang. I think I can see the stitch now. I'm just cracking myself up tonight, guys. Whoever made this yarn, if I ever see him, I'm gonna drop kick him. Well, guys, this yarn sucks. Light off. I tried it with acrylic yarn. It's not even that it's hard to see, it's hard to crochet with. I don't know. I was really hopeful because I was like, oh, this will be great. Now here's the good thing. Carrie has some extra little bunny. I didn't show him a picture of what yarn I was going to end up doing because I had this thinking feeling I might hate this stuff. Even though I bought 8 skeins. I bought 8 skeins. Facebook Marketplace, who? But I do have some leftover little bunny. I feel like that might be the best option right now, is to go whip it up in little bunny because it still has that fluffiness. Because this stuff ain't worth it. I have a feeling this right here might be our best bet, and I think it gives just the right amount of fuzziness to where I don't want to. I don't think I could say that word on YouTube. Where I don't contemplate the reason for living. I'm gonna try and whip up the first ear and just see the vibes, you know. But I can't remember. I feel like the last time I worked with this stuff, I needed like. Either I sucked at crocheting or my tension was like way too loose. So I think I'm going to go a 4.5, which is what I typically crochet parfait in. So I think I'm going to do that and see how it goes. Alrighty, everybody, it's Carrie. We're back here today during the daytime to continue to work on this video and this custom. So when I made the first part of this video, I think it was like really late at night. And my original intention when doing this custom was to use bunny from Premiere. I don't know if it was possible for me to dislike a yarn more than Burnett, but we may have found a winner, guys. And my dislike from this yarn doesn't come from the fact that it's like difficult to work with in terms of like it just being a, you know, a fur yarn or whatever. It is some of the most like stiff disgusting feeling yarn I have ever worked with. I mean, yeah, like I said, I did it with like acrylic to see if it would work. There was just something about it. It was so disgusting feeling, like, ugh. So I switched gears because I don't know if I said this, but basically when I quoted this pattern, I gave like an option of doing normal yarn, and then I also did the option of like trying to do for a little bit more of a fuzzy yarn because this is a Shih Tzu. And my whole thing was hoping to like kind of match a little bit more of that hair texture. But I never said what yarn I would use. I just said, we'll do something with texture. So luckily from a while back, I ended up buying a good deal of Little Bunny. And that's what I ended up deciding to start working this pattern in. Now, granted, I did receive a message this morning that they needed the item sooner opposed to later, and I guess what I would say, I feel like if you crochet, you're definitely not going to do this, but if you're ever planning on potentially getting an item from somebody, and especially if it's like during Christmas time, what I would say is it's always important to note beforehand if you're going to ship or if you're going to do local pickup. I think like a vast majority of my items that I'm making for Christmas this year are pickups, but I do have some that are being shipped. And most people, when they are going to have their items shipped, they usually tell me pretty much ahead of time, so it's really easy. I can just make a mental note, or I write down like, hey, this item's being shipped, I need to make certain it gets out sooner than somebody who maybe is local and is going to do a pickup and it's not as big of a deal, or if somebody has like a specific date that they need an item done by. I always prefer to know that when I am discussing picking up this project or whatever, opposed to waiting a week or two into it to say something. So I did get a text message or an email this morning regarding that this person was needing this item to be shipped to Texas. When I'm recording this, it is December 7th, so granted, there is still a lot of time, but I definitely understand the difference between shipping somewhere local. Like, I have a few horses that are going to be ended up being shipped out, and they're all places that are still in Georgia, so not really a big deal. Texas is definitely further away, but luckily I was waiting on this yarn to come in and everything, so I did end up getting it in just like 2 days ago. And when I got it in, I did go ahead and start creating some of the pieces. So I'm going to show you guys what I have so far. This is the little head. We have like the two, I have an ear. This is going to be the little snout right there. And I've got the tail, and pretty much the only thing I have left to crochet is this body, which, as you can tell, I have already started working on the body. Really, the only thing I have left to do is to just start fastening things off. And I have this front leg left to crochet, and then stuffing it, doing the body, and then it will just be, you know, a whole lot of sewing, which I am very interested to see, because like look, the head looks a little weirdly proportioned when I compare it to the body. So I'm a little bit worried about that, but I counted the stitches. The stitches are all correct. I just think I'm gonna have to work some magic. And I am a little bit concerned about how this is going to stand, just because I don't really work in this type of yarn that much. It is something that I want to try to do more of, but like from normal market stuff, I really don't. So I'm not too familiar with how this is gonna stand. Now, if it ends up having problems standing, once I get this last leg on and start kind of trying to stuff it, I might consider potentially, I've got some like marbles or something, and this is a portrait. This isn't like for a little kid. So I'm considering maybe trying to do some type of weight in the feet, just because I think this head is gonna be a little bit like heavy. So I'm a little worried about that, but my hope is to get this done today, because like I said, I got the text message that like it needs to be shipped out a lot sooner, and luckily, like I said, I did have most of the pieces done. I actually have a lot of things that I'm like very close to being finished with, which is really good. let me look really quickly. So I've got one of the horses that also needs to be shipped out. Pretty much the only thing that needs to be done is it just actually being sewn. I sent the pictures of one horse off to be approved, so I'm waiting to hear back from that today. One horse got picked up last night. I met somebody out at like 7 o'clock. They came and picked it up. And so then the 2 horses that are in the acrylic yarn still haven't been picked up yet. I have one horse that is almost finished, but I'm still aggravated with myself because like I didn't use the exact yarn that I thought I was using, because I love this yarn. It has 2 oranges that are kind of like the same, but one's like a little bit more of a shine, which is totally fine. But it ended up having like a few more holes, which, I mean, for acrylic yarn, it's not uncommon to have like holes, but I'm just trying to see if maybe there's a way that I can actually just kind of come back in and sew and tighten up everything, because I did get to the point where like literally everything was sewn. I just need to do the eyes and the nose and then the hair. And then I have to finish up the stitch. And so then honestly, if I can get that done, if I can get this done, that horse done by tomorrow, I'm gonna have basically 3, well, technically 4 things that I know of that I still need to do. So I'll be in really good condition considering that's the 8th. And I can definitely pick up more stuff. But I kind of wanted to get through this first little bout before I like started asking more people. It's so different when it's just like, hey, every other day I'm gonna go try and pick up some more customs. But when you have a deadline of like the 24th and everyone just wants it for Christmas, it's a lot different. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start crocheting this. I'm gonna check back in with you guys when I have the leg done and probably the tummy done, and show you guys how we're looking, just because I have to do a lot of counting since this is fuzzy yarn and I can't count my stitches like looking at it, so I have to count it mentally. So I'm not going to distract myself by recording, but I'll check in with you guys once I get her done. Good afternoon, everybody. It is the same day, and I'm very happy to say that I can get this custom done tonight. So I just have some finishing stuff to do, and the good news is I'll show you this horse right here. The hair on this one likes to kind of go up. It gets a little crazy. This horse right here was approved and confirmed. Oh my gosh, my hair is just as crazy as this horse's. Like, let me put my hood up, guys. Oof. So this horse was confirmed to be good for the kid and everything. So this horse is ready to go off to its new home. I've got another horse in the back there that is getting finished up. It should be finished tomorrow. So I am getting orders out, finishing orders. So I'm feeling pretty good, honestly. Like, I feel like this is probably one of the more complicated ones I have until I get to the Star Wars ones. So I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. So here is the midway kind of thing that I'll show you. So here is our little pup as of right now. Pretty cute. So I'm using, like I said, the little bunny yarn opposed to the bunny yarn because, well, first of all, I didn't realize this pattern was going to be so big. I mean, I guess on the photos it was an acrylic yarn, so it was kind of like a little bit bigger than hand size. So I guess I should have figured it was going to be this big, but I really didn't make that connection. So I think it's also a good thing I'm not using the bunny yarn, or this thing would be like massive. Like, this is just the right amount of fluff. It is actually holding up fairly well. Structurally, I've had to do some reinforcing and stuff like around the neck to get the head a little straighter. But really, the only things I have left to do, I'll put the little tail kind of like probably here, and then the last thing will be this. Let me put the ears on so you guys can kind of imagine it. The ears will look something like that, and it'll be done. So it's 6:17. I'm feeling like really good because I can get this done early, and the post office is closed tomorrow. Somebody ordered a mini sloth off my website, so I need to get that shipped out. But of course, tomorrow's Sunday, so I'm gonna have the felt eyes. Somebody ordered bluey felt eyes. Love y'all. Someone ordered bluey felt eyes. So Monday those are gonna go out. and then I'm gonna have the horse that also needs to be shipped. It will be done, so hoping to ship that out Monday, this dog out Monday, Foul Eyes, and then the website order where somebody ordered a sloth. So I'm feeling pretty good, and yeah, it's taking a weight off my shoulder, you know. I always get worried, but I'm like, I shouldn't worry, but I do have a new horse moving in tomorrow, and that's just always like up in the air how things are gonna go when you have a new horse come in. Like that first week or two kind of takes a little bit of time to get kind of used to things again. But like I said, this is what we're looking at. When I check back in with you guys, it will be later to show you guys the finished result. Good afternoon, it's me. It's literally 20 minutes later. But look at the lighting in my room, and my hair is better because I wore my hoodie. If you guys see me wear hoodies in videos, it's typically because my hair is like really, really bad. But the pup is done. I realize how weird it looks because of like my camera and everything with the eyes, but trust me, it doesn't look that bad in person. But the pup is done. Super cute. Good news is the pup does stand. Of course, you guys are higher than my table, but it does stand on 4 legs. Surprisingly, like I think I reinforced everything pretty good and stuffed it really well. I was really worried, well, first of all, about the neck because the hole was not matching up. So there's some stitches down here that I had to double, like, to get it to also sit correctly. And then I had to make sure everything was super stuffed. I think I went like a little light on the head stuffing, and then I kept it pretty thick on the body stuffing, just so, see, but I stuffed it a little lighter in the head so it would stand a little better. But this is great. It's 6:41. This custom is done. Can go off to its new home on Monday. I'm gonna send over some photos, but they're not good because it's dark. Like I think this really needs to be photographed outside in the sun, which it's not supposed to be sunny tomorrow, but I do think it would look better if it was like outside, so you can get the full thing. But I think I'm gonna start working on another horse, but I guess this video is just dedicated to me making this Shih Tzu and kind of being crazy all over the place because I didn't really have like a set like plan into this video. But I guess I'll continue and I'll show you guys the next custom and the progress I make on it tonight. If I make much of any progress, it's going to be another horse. I got the feet done all over there, so I think what I'll probably try and do is get the body done tonight. And as you guys know, I also like don't complete one thing at a time. It takes me a while to get through. Like I'd make like 5 pieces of one thing and then I move to the next one and then like 5 pieces and like I move to the next one. So yeah, it's hard for me to get through one piece. I'm all over the place in that regard. Well, everybody, it is now officially almost 10 o'clock. I have been watching the Clemson game. It's been a game. Don't trust Clemson, but I also don't want to stay up tonight. So I'm gonna be getting ready to go to bed. If you guys don't know, I typically try and be in bed about 10 is when I leave my room. So I usually try and be like in bed by like 10:15 because of getting up so early. I definitely don't like to stay up super late, and like I said, I have a new horse coming in tomorrow. I'm gonna try and ride because it's supposed to rain Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I won't be riding for probably like 3 days or something is my guess. So I got a lot of things that I have to do tomorrow, so I'm not gonna try and stay up too late, but I was able to get the body done of this horse. So basically, I think I've already done the ears. I did that like when I made the ears for the other horse back there, so I think I've already made the ears. I just have to do hair, and then I have to make the head. I also have to do the tail because I think like that horse, I made all of the main pieces, but I didn't make any of the tail pieces. So tomorrow I'll probably finish making the tail piece for that one, hair piece, tail, head for this one, And then that, besides finishing up the horse over there, and then potentially had a few other people ask me about customs and whatnot. Besides that, I think that would be, as of right now, all of the horses I have down on my list. I have to make a fox, I have to make a deer. I think there's also, I have to make a Star Wars character, I know that. I have to make a husky, so I still have lots of things to do. It's just I'm trying to get certain things done a little sooner and off my list, especially if they're like easy things. I always try and get the easy things done first, because then I feel like it's a little bit easier for me to want to tackle the hard things and get that done. I also am starting to suspect that potentially I could be getting sick. I don't even know how. I'm just hoping it's in my brain. It could very well be in my brain. Like, I'm a little red, but guys, if you've watched my videos long enough, I feel like everyone should know that my skin stays really red. But I'm also have this like horrendous headache like right here. But at the same time, I swear this morning I read something like on my Facebook about like the barometric pressures or something, and how you could have really bad headaches. So I think it's more just sinus and everything. Oh my gosh, sorry guys, I keep yawning. You guys, I'm gonna edit it out, but I keep yawning. But I wanted to come on here and film the outro for this, because this vlog is like absolute insanity. I'm so sorry. It started off as me being funny with the yarn, and then I was like, oh my god, today I didn't record anything because I really wanted to get that dog done, and I had to meet a contractor out. I'm looking at doing something with one of my paddocks for the horses and everything, converting it into more of a dry lot situation, but doing it correctly and everything. So I'd have a contractor come out so we could talk about like the geotextile fabric that we use, and then these panels, and then the footing that would go on top of it. So I didn't really plan to record something earlier like I have been. And then next thing I know, I was like, okay, I need to try and get together a video, even if it's crazy. So I think in this video we basically did the Shih Tzu, this, and then I feel like I yapped. Isn't that all this is, me yapping? But I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the day. I hope you guys have been enjoying Vlogmas, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!